hi, I didn't see you there. I thought I was alone. Just me and my cat here. That's funny. I wasn't expecting company. If I had known that you were coming, I would have prepared better lighting other than just this window here and this clean background and everything, but I thought I was by myself. Speaking of being alone, let's do a completely natural, canon, not planned segue into today's topic, which is loneliness, which is something that I've been thinking about quite a bit lately. Mostly because I've been spending quite a bit of time by myself these days due to just life changes and things, and it's just got me like in the stillness. I've just been thinking about it, and I thought it would be interesting to speak on this matter. Oh, factly. When it comes to loneliness and my train of thought, I like being alone. Or I would always tell people that I like being alone. But then it occurred to me recently that I've never been alone, really. Like for short periods of time, I would be alone, like in school. Like high school, I was very involved in everything that it was that I was doing, and I was like, in clubs and sports, and I had friend groups, and we would go out and do things, not to mention like I had a ton of schoolwork all the time, and that was good, and you're supposed to do that when you're young. And then I made it to college, and in college I was still very involved, very active, and a member of a lot of clubs, like a prominent member in a lot of clubs. And even during like the lockdown and everything, I lived at home when I went to college, and so I was with my family, and it was an interesting contrast to the busy life that I had. But I think a lot of people experienced loneliness during the lockdown and everything like that. So, but it also occurred to me that like I hadn't really experienced being alone. That's just kind of what I was doing. Even after I graduated college, I was looking for a job, and I got a job, and I moved cities in order to do that job, but not alone again, because my sister moved with me, and she's my roommate currently, and she got a job, and we were working at the same place, and it was super fun, and we just like, we're two peas in a pod, so it's good and it's awesome like that. But recently, like, she got a new job and our schedules are opposite, and so I find myself for the first time really just being in stillness. And I used to really enjoy just being quiet and being in the stillness because of the contrast. It was just such a refreshing change. But now I find that I'm spending a lot of time just being alone. So the person that I am in public is very different than the person that I am when I'm by myself, and it's a different person whenever I'm in like a business situation and having to be professional and dealing with like customer service and stuff, and that's totally fine, it's totally normal. But it does make me wonder, who am I when I'm by myself? Because you can find out a lot about yourself in stillness, and you can overthink, that's definitely a thing. But I've purposefully not gone out and not filled that space with the familiarity of just people and being in an environment, like always talking to somebody and always doing something. I did for a while, but it's only been the past couple months whenever I'm like, you know what, I'm curious. I'm gonna do a little experiment on myself and see if I actually like being alone like I've always claimed from the beginning. And so I've spent time just in my apartment by myself, and I think and I listen to music, and I've been reading more, which has been very nice, just very quiet and enclosed activities. I have definitely been watching more television than I used to, but I also sit and I do a lot of thinking. But then on the contrast of that, I've been going out by myself to do things. It used to be I would only ever go out whenever there was a person to go out with, because there was always someone wanting to go out and someone needing to do something. And so I would do that. Always with somebody. And so I've been going out and doing things by myself, and it's an interesting experience. It's different to not have a person to lean back on or to keep track of. So I've been going roller skating by myself. I've been going on walks, just like, and people watching by myself. And I've been doing, I went to like a comedy club and just like dined alone. And I've been going to the mall, and it is interesting to be the person that I am by myself in public, if that makes sense. My battery died. Okay. It's okay. We're good. All right, where I left off. It's interesting being the person that I am by myself in public. And I haven't lost the ability to go out and do things with people. I've just kind of taken a hiatus from it. And yeah, so what kind of spurred me to kind of want to make this video in the first place, or recently, what actually made me be like, I'm gonna make this video today, was this past week I was invited by 2 different groups to go out and do an activity, and it just so happened that they were very different contrast of groups and everything, and so it was nice to, I feel it's kind of like the opposite now, like things have reversed from I was always busy, and then it was nice to be by myself, and then it's kind of the opposite now. So I'm usually by myself now, and it was refreshing, and I was kind of looking forward to going out. Of course, the introvert in me has the curmudgeon feeling, and I'm like, no, I don't want to go out. But once I'm out, I'm fine. That's just kind of how I work. I never want to go out, but I know that once I'm there, it'll be fine. It's just the getting to that part. So that introversion is a whole other video, and it's interesting to balance like loneliness with socialization with being an introvert, but we'll make that be for another day. We're staying on topic, right? I have been trying to find a balance between enjoying being alone while also enjoying being with people and being out, and not having too much of either. There's always the balance, and I think that's kind of the point that I'm trying to make. Like, if you are a person that enjoys being alone, and that's good, it's good to spend time by yourself and to find out who you are by yourself. And it's also important to go out and to talk to people, like human people. Social media is not an in-between. Social media is its own category, which that's a different topic as well. We're going to talk about that probably on another plane of existence at some point in the future. So, balance is good. And this is nothing new. I'm not claiming this is like, oh, like, here's the secret to being happy, is like, you have to have all things in moderation. I'm gonna coin that term. That's something I came up with by myself. Like, no, it's just, I'm just sharing my thoughts on this whole process because it's just been something that's on my mind, and I feel like a lot of people might resonate with this, because there is, I think they're calling it like the loneliness epidemic, where people aren't going out and they're only using social media and just like taking a chance with talking to someone in public. And it's interesting. I pick conversations with strangers all the time, especially in elevators. That's always fun. But that could also be a separate video, and I'm coming to the end of my thought process and everything. All things in moderation, and by no means did I cover every topic of loneliness or even say everything that I wanted to say, but in terms of this line of thought, I think it's been pretty coherent overall. But anyway, I'm gonna go do something else. Actually, I have recently made a new friend, and I'm very excited about this new friend. And we are going to go frolic in a bookstore, and we're going to go get some coffee. So I'm going to go do that. Thank you for being here and for listening. Let me know what you think, honestly, because I think there's a lot of different sides to this particular topic. So let me know what you think. I want to start a conversation. But anyway, have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks for watching. So long. Do you want to play now? Sai? Sai? And I have a cat, and she's sitting right here, and she's really wanting me to play with her. But we're making a video right now, and we will play later, promise. It's okay. So, right, after everything slowed down, and I've held on to a good chunk of close friends, but that list kind of dwindles as you move on through life, and you're supposed to make new friends, but it's more difficult to make new friends in adulthood. And so it makes me really wonder, who am I when I'm by myself? Because that person is very different than who I am when I'm out in public. And this is common. It's common for people to be a different person in different situations. There's a psychology term for it, which I can't remember what it is right now. Personas? I think that's the official term, maybe. I'll look it up and try to plug it in somewhere. But